So I tried really hard to talk myself out of going to this yard sale.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
looked this up and I sent it to my buddy and I was like, is this what I think it is?
I swore I'd never buy another one, but man, these are some good titles right here. What do you have on this right here, on the 32X?
I am glad I didn't.
That's gnarly.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how you doing, bud?
Good, thanks.
Good, good.
Right on. Hey, Froggy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, thanks.
You want a bag?
Yes, cool. I'm just gonna grab these open up.
You see something you like and there's prices on there that you want to negotiate, just offer.
Okay, sounds good, man. Thank you.
I don't really know much about toys. I went for a ballpark and then I was
Okay.
like, we can negotiate with people.
Cool, sounds good to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
$5.
The Pac-Man one is really corroded, so
Okay.
it's just a display piece at this point.
Pretty cool display piece. What do you have on that?
You can shoot me an offer like $5.
Okay,
It's like
that's cool.
really corroded in there.
Okay.
I have the Galaxian one over here, and
Yeah.
it does work perfectly.
Okay, awesome. And what do you have on the D&D stuff here?
That was gonna be an offer because not everything's in here. It's
Uh-huh.
mostly just like the boxes, and there's like miscellaneous stuff that doesn't belong in the boxes.
Okay,
So just like a random D&D lot.
okay, cool. So can I make a little pile somewhere?
Of course, yeah. If you want to set them on that shelf.
Sure, that'd be cool. Thanks.
Yeah, it's like 9.
Jeez,
I'm taking the batteries out, but we can turn it on.
Okay, that's fine. I believe you. And how are you not bombarded right now?
Well, so I think because I put 9 on accident for the start,
That
I
makes
just
sense.
updated it because I was surprised like the retro indie guys, like Indie Flip and them, how they bought your video games.
I
They were here
was
last year and they
I was
bought,
pretty sure
like,
they'd have a big pile by now. So
yeah, last year they bought like 200 something NES games
Mhm.
for me and like a bunch of Sega stuff.
yeah.
They bought most of my stuff last year.
Oh, really?
Some Master System and all that stuff.
I think I remember that story. Yeah.
They messaged me the other day asking like when I was doing it. I was like, I'm getting ready to post everything, so I was surprised they weren't here yet.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Something different. Like I said, I roughly looked at stuff and put a round 40 to 50 of what I saw, and then there's wiggle room for everything.
What's your wiggle on this? No, just
15. Okay. It has the red stopper in there too.
okay.
Grandkids are nothing but bitches. We don't have any Super Nintendo and 64.
Not. I think the one with Super Nintendo one I have is like a box game over here, but I got rid of a lot of that stuff last year that I didn't keep in the collection. Chess Master for Super Nintendo, Balls. This is just a box only. Not too much in that this year. But that's what we'll. Yeah, if you know like what you're doing with that electronic stuff, it always working out for you.
You said 15 on there.
Is there some wiggle room on like a big pile of games?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
I wasn't sure how long those cassettes would last. I was toying with selling them or not, and I was like, I'll see what happens.
I swore I'd never buy another one, but man, these are some good titles right here.
They just look so cool.
Yeah, they do.
That's the thing is with a lot of it. It's like,
See,
yeah,
like-
it doesn't look cool. I'll grab it.
All the old metal stuff is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had a Dio VHS
Oh, nice.
concert. Actually, I think you were there at that sale. Steve Willoughby's.
Uh-huh.
He had one there. I was like, I'm gonna grab that. I can't resist like the metal stuff. Like,
No kidding.
especially VHS. I've been getting big into that again.
Yeah, me too.
I just sold Killer Clowns alternate box art to a guy in Cincy for like $100 the other day.
Oh, wow.
So I've been learning a lot about like the horror stuff.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, apparently this is
Yep.
where it's at. So
So cool. The cover art's just awesome on that stuff.
look at that find. There's your training wheels.
What do you have on this right here on the 32X?
So I was hoping to get at least like 180.
180? Okay.
It is all in there. Plastic, you're welcome to open it too.
Okay.
All the plastic, everything's in there. The metal brackets, and then same with this. This is all complete, everything in there too.
Okay.
All the plastic, everything. I put like extra posters and stuff in there.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I was looking to get at least 180 for this and like 220 for the.
Okay,
rest.
cool. I'll think about that. Thank you.
Yep.
What'd you say on those? 10 apiece?
Yeah. I saw you had those at your.
I know.
I bought
Is
the
it?
Pokemon thing from you at the toy sale.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Pidgey
I thought you looked familiar. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't place it.
And I was inside the store, and there was a guy in there talking about that he got that from you. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I was like, I think I have one of those sitting like at my parents' house somewhere.
Yeah.
And I knew that one was sitting around, and I was like, maybe I'll grab those and see if I can clean them up a little better.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't realize people were looking into those. And then I'd gone to a flea market and I saw a Sting one, and they had like $30 on it. And I was like, I'll grab them. Like somebody's probably interested in them. Like,
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of wrestling stuff actually, and a buddy of mine that he collects like NES, Turtles, and wrestling. I was going through a bunch of stuff, and I found this, and I was like,
Oh, that's
I'm just
cool.
gonna look this up. And I sent it to my buddy, and I was like, is this what I think it is? And he goes, yeah. So he offered me $200 for it, and I was like, I'll take it, but I guess it's something with the white belt and like this.
And like the green card or
green
something,
card
isn't it?
is,
Like
like,
it's a
rare.
later series or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, something
so
like that.
I basically was just like, offer just for the toy because the cart's kind of messed up.
Right.
No,
that's
so
cool.
There's like a whole wrestling thing a whole wrestling lot that I found. Like, and I was like, I'll just see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool. It's always fun to find something that like you have no idea that it's going to be.
Oh, so much. Yes. I'm just sitting out here like listening to music. Like I discovered Google Lens and how to use it, and I was like, this is great.
Absolutely.
You all ready?
All right, you want to add me up, and then we'll see what we can do. And then I might grab the 32X too. We'll see. I can grab the stuff first that's priced.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright. So, okay.
This one.
Okay. We'll do 5 for the Pac-Man.
Okay.
What I say on those?
You said 10 apiece on these.
Okay.
This one says 15.
That does work too.
Okay, awesome.
It's the batteries can be a little loose in it, but if it's like sitting still, it all works.
I just love the box on that one.
Yeah, it's cool.
3. 15.
Those are, I think those are LGN D&D.
D&D, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We got the other one too.
15,
This was 5.
5,
This was 15.
15, Coney's,
10.
10.
2 on that arcade defender.
That, I wish that was cleaned up, but this I can't get to work. But
It's $2. Who cares?
you get it.
Yeah.
It's
2.
475.
475, and then what's the 180 added to that?
655.
You do 575? Yep. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep. Let me get you some bags. We can get this all for you.
Appreciate it. Hey, man, how's it going?
Wondering when I run this real garage sale.
There's some good stuff here, man.
Oh yeah.
60, 75.
Cool. Thank you,
Awesome,
buddy.
man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Do you want any help to your car?
No, I'll just make like 3 trips. Thanks, man.
All right. Yeah. Have a good one.
Thank you, too.
So I tried really hard to talk myself out of going to this yard sale. I am glad I didn't. I saw an ad, it was mainly pictures of video games. Normally when there's a bunch of video games at a yard sale, it's going to be overrun by people starting probably hours before the sale actually starts. I decided to suck it up and go and see if maybe there were some interesting toys that people were overlooking. And it seems there may have been a little mishap with the start time on the ad or something, because I got there and there was plenty left and not very many people around, so it ended up being a very good situation. Walked away with some pretty cool stuff for a very good deal. Since it's a yard sale video, I'll go ahead and throw up some comps here and there. I haven't personally researched everything yet, so I might not know what I'm talking about with everything, but I will do my best. So real quick, let's take a look at everything. You'll have to excuse the mess you might see in the background. Working on something kind of big in here, should be unveiled for the next video. But as far as this stuff goes, I did pick up some toys. There were a bunch of grab bags. I won't go through everything, but the most notable stuff, my favorite stuff, would definitely be the Dungeons & Dragons. There were a couple grab bags with plenty of figures that I still needed. I don't have everyone's name memorized, but I'll hold them up one at a time like this. Then we have the brainy spider guy here. We have the cool little carry-on ant, weird mouth face, and then this is one I actually did have already. I really need to learn the names of these things. Little Voltron figure, also have this guy, but couldn't resist him for, I think it was marked at $3 or something. Got the G.I. Joe Atomic Man, no clothes or anything, but he is complete as far as his parts go. He has both feet, both hands, both arms. Got the scar on his face right there. This is not something I personally collect, but definitely a cool little find for a yard sale. Picked up a very cool vintage Intercosmos battery-powered tin car. Very nice shape. Looks like it's missing a little antenna right there or something. The battery compartment is very clean on this thing. I need to test it out and see if it works. I was kind of surprised when I did a little research on this one. It looks like it's a pretty desirable piece, but I mean, it does check off a lot of boxes. It's vintage, it's tin, it's kind of space age, and it's just cool. And of course, picked up a couple wrestling buddies. We have the Ultimate Warrior right here. Needs a little cleaning, but overall pretty good shape on this one. And of course, we have the Macho Man. Kind of a similar situation, pretty good shape overall. The price was just too good to pass up on these, to be honest with you. Grabbed a small stack of cassette tapes for my personal shelf. Just thought they were too cool to pass up, being metal like this. But we have Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss, Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction, Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, Dio, The Last in Line, and of course Green Jello, Serial Killer with the classic Three Little Pigs. Loved that song as a kid. And then outside of the metal realm, we also have the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Let's Face It. I did grab a stack of boxed video games. Not a huge video game collector, but I did find some I wanted for my collection. They kind of just have to hit the nail right on the head as far as the nostalgia thing goes. But going down that road with the NES games, we do have a very nice complete in-box copy of RoboCop, a complete in-box copy of Skater Die 2, also very nice. A box and cartridge only copy of Battletoads. I was very excited to see this one. And then of course I also did grab just a small stack of games for the old video game trade pile that I'm currently trying to build back up. But we have Section Z, complete in box NES. We have Star Trek Starfleet Academy for the Sega Genesis 32X. Doom, complete in box for the 32X. And Cosmic Carnage, also complete in box for the 32X. And of course, I can never resist picking up a cheap copy of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back for the Atari. I never find this with the manual, but I do find it quite often with the box. And like I said, if it's cheap enough, I'm usually going to buy this one. Got a stack of D&D computer games here. I believe this one might be complete in box. It's got the manual, the journal, the discs there. I'll have to go through and inventory it, but this one is Curse of the Azure Bonds. This one has the disc and the manual. It is Heroes of the Lance. And then this one also has a manual and a disc and some paperwork. So really not sure if these are complete or not. Gotta kind of go through and check them out. But this one is Dragons of Flame. And then I also grabbed the D&D Basic Set box. This is from the early 80s, I think. It's Basic Set number 1011. Pretty desirable version right here, but like you said, it was kind of just parts only. It was missing some stuff, had some extra stuff in it, but that box is so iconic. I definitely had to grab it. Inside the box, there was a set of dice.
big Dungeon Master screen, and a cool little stack of magazines. We have Dragon Magazine number 225, Polyhedron number 55, and then lastly inside that box was this copy of the Magnum Companion. Seems like this might be pretty desirable actually, so that was a cool little surprise to find inside the box. Grabbed a few vintage desktop games. 2 of these are for parts only because the battery compartments, unless I can pull off some sort of miracle, they're pretty much shot. The Galaxian actually works, so that's pretty cool. This one will definitely be going into the collection. I really like these vintage Coleco tabletop machines. I've never personally seen one at a sale, so I just thought it was kind of neat. Honestly, even though it doesn't work, I'll probably display the Pac-Man version 2. It's just a really cool looking piece with the awesome graphics on it. Very good shape other than the battery compartment. And then we also have the Arcade Defender. Again, on this one, the battery compartment's pretty much shot on it, but for $2, had to pick it up because it looks so cool. Looks like if you can find one of these working, it's pretty sought after, so I'm probably going to be on the hunt for one of these now because kind of want to see what it's like to play it. Getting close to the end, got a huge stack of game manuals like NES manuals, Sega manuals, got Game Genie manuals and code updates, things like Dragon Warriors, Commando, Rocket Ranger, Dr. Mario, American Gladiators, Pinball. The list goes on and on. You just never know when you're going to find a copy that is just missing a manual, so it's kind of cool to have these on hand. They don't take up very much space. Price was right like everything else, so why not? Oh, there's a cool little Paperboy manual. Metal Gear, Hogan's Alley, Excite Bike, Top Gun, tons of stuff there. I just absolutely loved this Atomic Arcade pinball machine. Vintage in the box, in great shape, works. Never find these completely working. They're always in horrible shape or the box is all messed up. Thought this was a great piece. Not worth a ton, honestly, but for $15, definitely had to go in the pile. It's just too cool. And then the biggest pickup from the entire morning would certainly be the complete in-box Sega Genesis 32X. Inside the box, we have all the paperwork and manuals, we have the power supply, we have the AV cables. Still has all the plastic bags that everything goes into, so it can all be wrapped up nicely. We have the 32X itself, and of course the metal bars right there. So everything is accounted for. Like I said, I'm currently in the process of rebuilding my yearly video game trade pile. This is just one of those heavy hitters that couldn't pass up on in the moment. I mean, when's the last time you saw a complete in-box Sega Genesis 32X at a yard sale? It was a first for me, and I think it's a pretty fantastic piece.
That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.